Boise State University's School of Public Service and the Idaho Policy Institute have teamed up for the 11th year of the Idaho Public Policy Survey. It asks 1,000 Idahoans in all but 2 counties of the state to weigh in on education, the economy, and more. Our Cooper Morgan sifted through it and talked to the director to break it all down for us. Cooper?
Yes, Abby, there is quite a lot of info in this survey, but regardless of the results, what struck me the most was that this survey isn't just a tool for the public, but also for those representing the people of Idaho.
For Matthew May, the work he and his team do isn't just a yearly task. It's a point of pride.
I think we're always excited to continue engaging with what Idahoans want to think, and so it's a rewarding process that we work on every year.
That work, the annual Idaho Public Policy Survey, which May helps lead as research director at Boise State University's School of Public Service. He and his team polled 1,000 Idahoans in 42 different counties.
We try to check in on where Idahoans are on a range of public policy issues and really allow them to have their opinions voiced so that policymakers down here at the State House can kind of fold that into their decision-making calculus.
One issue that's been plaguing the mind of Idahoans is the parental choice tax credit, or House Bill 93. The survey used a split sample question to get even more detail by calling it different names on different surveys.
We wanted to see if the language that was used potentially impacted levels of support.
Overall, most Idahoans are generally supportive of the policy, but opinions on what lawmakers should do next with it are split between changing it, repealing it, or adding more money. The economy is also in question for Idahoans.
And we see that over 40% expect things to get worse over the next 2 years. It was a 19-point jump in the proportions answering that way compared to last year.
1 in 5 are finding it difficult to get by, and 2 in 5 are just getting by, according to the survey. And that reflects in their concerns with housing affordability as a top priority, leading even education. In terms of immigration, a majority of Idahoans believe more ICE presence would actually hurt local agriculture. 85% of Idahoans also favor a path for dairy workers and their families to work legally in the state if they have lived in Idaho for 10 years and have no criminal record. All in all, May says he's just glad his team can help, and he's looking forward to next year's survey.
We're always excited to come up with new ways that we can help inform conversations and maybe get some new interesting questions into the rotation for next year.
The survey also talked about what to do with public lands, and Idahoans are split 3 ways: between public access, like hunting, fishing, and camping; ecosystem health, like forest management and preservation, like preventing development; and a small amount of Idahoans answered making money off the land. You can find the full results of the survey in this story on ktvb.com.
All right, thank you, Cooper. Definitely a lot of information that they gather from that survey. Did they say what the main goal of it was?
To educate legislators so that they kind of know who they're representing really and what they're concerned about.
That makes sense. Well, thank you, Cooper. Definitely important for our state.